Well, we're continuing to track what's left of some of that rain, but unfortunately that cold air is starting to crash in as we get into this morning. We're already back into the 40s and we got the 30s waiting for us as you look back toward the west. But again, some of us might have gotten startled awake this morning. Look earlier this morning on top of the studio, picked up a few thunderstorms rolling through Columbia. It didn't amount to a whole lot in terms of measurable rainfall. Some of us got up around 1/10 of an inch, but again, not much more than that. In fact, it's kind of hard to find anyone that picked up some measurable rainfall out at some of those area airports earlier this morning. Here's the latest look at future tracking. Again, all the way through about 9 and 10 o'clock, I think we hang on to at least the threat of seeing one or two of those sprinkles, but again, not amounting to a whole lot this morning. By this afternoon, we might break up the cloud cover, but notice those temperatures really don't care about that. We're still about freezing here as we get into 2 and 3 o'clock, getting even worse than that as we go overnight. We'll fall back into the teens, and that sets the stage for what we're going to be tracking into Wednesday. We're just adding on some moisture into that cold weather. It's going to be leading to an accumulating snowfall event possibly as we go all the way into the afternoon and evening hours. This latest run of future tracks actually kind of holding with that story of moving at least a break in the activity closer to about midnight, Wednesday night into Thursday, and then bringing back some of that snow as we roll throughout the day on Thursday itself. But you notice, again, it's not nearly as organized, widespread, or long-lived as any of the last couple of storms we've been tracking these last couple of weeks. Regardless, still looking at some accumulations. Those are looking likely at this point, but it doesn't look quite as heavy as what we've been tracking here the past 2 weeks across mid-Missouri. But it does look like it's coming in two different waves and still going to be picking up a couple of inches out of this system by the time it's all said and done Thursday evening, with some of those higher end amounts up around 4 inches or so is what we're thinking right now. But those numbers are likely going to fluctuate between now and then. Kind of depends on how much sleep we build into the equation. But as we get north of I-70, that seems to be, at least this morning, where some of those favored locations are for picking up 3 to 4 inches. So we'll keep tracking that regardless. It doesn't take much to cause some tricky travel out on those roadways. It's going to be as early as Wednesday afternoon into the evening hours and right on through Thursday night across mid-Missouri. And that Saturday into Sunday forecast. The weekend itself not looking terrible as we get a little bit warmer. At least it's nice and quiet, getting those temperatures close to 40 degrees. So something to look forward to on that 7-day forecast. Otherwise, dealing with winter in the short term.